Good morning everyone. Welcome to other Derana Education, the English Council, and you are on phase 3. Yes, we are talking about basic grammar rules in English and of course tenses, little words in English, the mistakes we make, usages of certain grammar patterns. We are talking about everything here in this phase. So still we are on the basic level, but of course in the basic level we are studying about common mistakes we make, and sometimes you may feel like, okay, this is an average type of a mistake or an advanced mistake, but still it's a mistake. So we are talking about these things as well. So we started the present progressive tense yesterday. Actually we had the summary of our previous week in the first half of the session, and then the second half we started the present progressive tense. If you can remember, yes, we were talking about this present progressive tense or present continuous tense. I was talking about these dancing verbs and why they cannot stand alone. කියන එක ගැන කිව්වා. Are you working කියන්න පුළුවන්ද? You playing කියන්න පුළුවන්ද? They dancing, he walking, she eating කියන්න පුළුවන්ද? බෑ නේද? අපි ඒක ගැන තමයි ඊයේ කතා කරේ. Look at the screen. So we were talking about the sentence structure because that is the first thing we study under any tense. So before we end the lesson, before we ended it, we were talking about this sentence structure, and we had few verbs coming in to give us the same sentence pattern. We repeated the same sentence pattern. Let's start with that. If you can remember, this is the positive sentence structure, and if I give you the verb drink, you say I am drinking, we are drinking, you are drinking, they are drinking, he is drinking, she is drinking, it is drinking. Can you use this sentence, or can you use this sentence structure to talk about something without this helping verb? If you ask me that question, no, because it's not grammatically correct then. But still, when you say I drinking, everyone will understand that, okay, I drinking කියන එකේ තේරුම කට්ටියට තේරෙනවා, තේරුම පස්ස කියනවා, right? You know the meaning because this is the easiest tense of out of all. හැබැයි අර am කියන එක ඕනේ මොකද grammatically හරි ගස්සන නිවැරදිම tense එක sentence එක දෙන්න නම්. If you want to make it accurate, you really need to have this auxiliary, or you call it the helping verb. So yeah, give them the screen please, and don't drop these helping verbs. මේ ටික හලන්න එපා. So this is one of those tips I give because I've heard people using this sentence without these helping verbs am, are, is. Am, are, is නැතුව ඔහේ පාවිච්චි කරනවා මේ sentence එක. ඒ කියන්නේ I eating, you eating, they eating වගේ ඔහේ පාවිච්චි කරනවා ඇහිලා තියෙනවා. So don't make that mistake because this is one of those basic things in English. So it's very easy. Just get used to the pattern. You only get you get used to the pattern. ඒ කියන්නේ දැන් අර අපි verbs දදා කරන්නේ, what you do is when you repeat the same structure, it automatically sticks to your brain and you will remember it for a long time. It will stay with you forever. So you need to practice the same sentence structure with a number of verbs so that you will remember the structure, right? So today we are going to start with the negative sentence structure, that is නැහැ කියලා කියන එක, because you only have the affirmative, that is the positive, ඒ කියන්නේ යමක් වෙනවා. You have the negative, යමක් වෙන්නේ නැහැ, the negative, and then you have the question pattern, or you call it the interrogative pattern in English. ඔච්චර ඔය patterns උනේ විතරයි අපි sentences කියලා ඕනම භාෂාවක කතා කරන්නේ, right? So yes, look at the screen. Now I'm in the green box. Not the green box, the red box. Okay. Let's give them the screen please. Right. Now similarly you have the subjects I, we, you, they, and he, she, it, right? මේ හැම තැනකදීම මේගොල්ලෝ මේ tense එකේ මේ ඒගොල්ලෝ එකටම තමයි හැසිරෙන්නේ, right? So you have the verb ing because it is the progressive tense. ඒ කියන්නේ verb ing කියන්නේ drinking. You have drinking, writing, playing, right. Now, what is the negative pattern? Very easy, right. So, you know the positive is I am drinking. So, what is the negative? I am drinking. Look at the screen. The negative is I am not drinking. I am not. එහෙම නැත්නම් ඔයගොල්ලන්ට මේකම කියන්න පුළුවන්. I'm not drinking. Right? We, you, they. What is it? We are not. Are not. එහෙම නැත්නම් ඔයාට මේ are not එක contract කරලා කියන්නත් පුළුවන්. Aren't කියලා. Aren't කියන්නේ අර එහා ගෙදර auntie එහෙම නෙමෙයි. මේ ඇවිල්ලා are not aunt. Okay? Right? We aren't drinking. You aren't drinking. They aren't drinking. So what is it with he, she, it? Look at the screen. He, she, it එක එන්නේ is not. Is not මේකම ඔයාට කියන්න පුළුවන් isn't. Isn't. පොඩි z එකක් තියෙනවා මෙතන isn't. Isn't. So he isn't, she isn't, it isn't. Right, very easy. So let's practice the negative sentence structure. So I'm going to go with the contracted form, which is this. මම contracted form එකේ යනවා ඔන්න කියනකොට right බලන්න ඔයගොල්ලෝ contracted form එකේ නොගියයි කියලා කිසි ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැහැ. You can simply say I am not drinking. We are not drinking. You are not drinking. They are not drinking. He is not drinking. She is not drinking. It is not drinking. No problem. You can say like that. There is no mistake in that. But when you want to improve your speed and when you want to show that you are fluent, when you want to feel that confidence, you can always contract your forms and give it as one. So, I'm not drinking. We aren't drinking. You aren't drinking. They aren't drinking. He isn't drinking. She isn't drinking. It isn't drinking. Right. So there's no problem if you if you use, it doesn't matter whether you use am not, is not, are not කියලා long form එක පාවිච්චි කරලා කිසි ප්‍රශ්න නැහැ. But if you use the contracted form, then yeah, you feel better, or it'll be easier for you to have the contracted form in your speech. අර are not කියලා බාර කර කර යන්නෙම නැතුව. Right. Shall we practice it with a verb? Look at the screen. I'm going to give you verbs. Please make sure that you practice the sentences with the proper auxiliary, because the mistake people make is they try to, or they sometimes omit this part. මේ කායල්ල හලනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ සමහරලාට කියනවා I not drinking, we not eating, you not drinking, she not writing. No, you need to pay attention to this am, are, is. That's a must. Okay, let's start. Verb walk. I'm not walking. We aren't walking. You aren't walking. They aren't walking. He isn't walking. She isn't walking. It isn't walking. Next verb, write. I'm not writing. We aren't writing. You aren't writing. They aren't writing. He isn't writing. She isn't writing. It isn't writing. Next verb, laugh. I'm not laughing. We aren't laughing. You aren't laughing. They aren't laughing. He isn't laughing. She isn't laughing. It isn't laughing. Verb sit. I'm not sitting. We aren't sitting. You aren't sitting. They aren't sitting. He isn't sitting. She isn't sitting. It isn't sitting. Stand. I'm not standing. We aren't standing. You aren't standing. They aren't standing. He isn't standing. She isn't standing. It isn't standing. Right, very good. So before we go for a break, let's start the positive and the negative both, right? Okay, the verb is dance. Right, look at the screen, the green box and the red box both, right? Okay, 1, 2, 3. I am dancing, we are dancing, you are dancing, they are dancing, he is dancing, she is dancing, it is dancing. Negative, red box. I'm not dancing, we aren't dancing, you aren't dancing, they aren't dancing, he isn't dancing, she isn't dancing, it isn't dancing. The verb, what is the verb? The verb, let's say, jump. Green box and the red box both. I am jumping, we are jumping, you are jumping, they are jumping, he is jumping, she is jumping, it is jumping. Red box, which is the negative. I'm not jumping, we aren't jumping, you aren't jumping, they aren't jumping, he isn't jumping, she isn't jumping, it isn't jumping. Very good. So practice this, and now you know the positive and the negative sentence structures of the verb ing form of the present progressive tense, which uses am, is, are as auxiliaries or helping verbs. Practice the sentence structures during the break, and I'll see you after the break, and let's look at the question form. Welcome after the break, and we are talking about the present progressive tense or the present continuous tense, which is the easiest out of all. And yes, look at the screen. We started the positive sentences, which talks about something is happening. Negative sentences, the red box, we had something is not happening, and then we are going to look at the questions in a while. So here in the negative sentence, the contracted form are not එක aren't එක දැම්මා. එහෙම නැත්නම් තව කෙනෙක්ට කියන්න පුළුවන්. මේක හරියද කියලා හැවොත් look at the screen. The negative form, let me find some space. Yeah. So we are not. මේ විදියටත් contracted form එක වෙන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ කියන්නේ මම are not කියන එක aren't වෙන්නත් පුළුවන්. We aren't are not විදියට යන්නත් පුළුවන්. එහෙම නැත්නම් we are not. ඒ කියන්නේ we are not dancing, you are not dancing. You are. අපි ඉස්සෙල්ලා මෙතන contract කරලා ගත්තේ මේකටම not එක දාලා යන්නත් පුළුවන්. Right. Let's look at the question form. Now, question form, it's the same rule in every tense, right? So, what is the positive sentence? Look at the screen. Now, this is how you form the question, right? I am working. Make a positive. The green box, I am working. Make a positive sentence. Question ekaka api karanne. This helping verb, you take it to the beginning. So, you start the question like this. Am. And you have the subject, I, and you have the main verb. Am I working? Am I working? Because questions, you always start the questions with a question verb. So, your helping verb will form the question, the close-ended question, which is a yes-no question with your am, is, and are. Right. So, this is the first question, am I working? Look at the screen. And now I am going to take the second sentence, which is, let's take it with we, you, they like, they behave the same way. So, it's very easy. Right. Let me first erase this. Right, and then let's start it again. So, am I working? The verb ing. And then next you have the positive sentence. Let me use another color. We, you, they. කොහොමද ආවේ? We, you, they are working නේ. එතකොට මොකද වෙන්නේ මේ ප්‍රශ්නේ අහනකොට මේ එක යනවා ඉස්සරහට. So you get the question, right? You have the question with we, you, they are, we, you, they. Are we, are you, are they walking? And then he, she, it is working. Same rule. Is, you start the question with is, because in the positive sentence you have the is here, but in the question you will have it at the beginning. So, is he, she, and it working? Right? So, is he, is she, is it working? Right? එතකොට very easy, same rule, right? Same rule. You start the question with the helping verb in this tense. So, am I working? Are we working? Are you working? Are they working? Is he working? Is she working? Is it working? Shall we practice? Let me give you some verbs. Drink. Am I drinking? Are we drinking? Are you drinking? Are they drinking? Is he drinking? Is she drinking? Is it drinking? Jump. Am I jumping? Are you jumping? Are we jumping? Are they jumping? Is he jumping? Is she jumping? Is it jumping? Write. Am I writing? Give them the screen. Am I writing? Are we writing? Are you writing? Are they writing? Is he writing? Is she writing? Is it writing? Laugh. Am I laughing? Are we laughing? Are you laughing? Are they laughing? Is he laughing? Is she laughing? Is it laughing? Right, okay. Now you know the positive, the negative, the question. All these forms you need to know in this tense. So very easy. Now we are going to start with the green box. අපි පොඩක් ආයි මතක් කරගෙන පල්ලෙහාට එමු. Positive, negative question. Okay, let's give them the screen. Now the green box, red box, yellow box, all the three boxes, right? Positive, negative question. The verb is stand. I am standing, we are standing, you are standing, they are standing, he is standing, she is standing, it is standing. Negative, I'm not standing, we're not standing, you're not standing, they're not standing, he isn't standing, she isn't standing, it isn't standing. Question, am I standing? Are we standing? Are you standing? Are they standing? Is he standing? Is she standing? Is it standing? Verb, two more verbs. Brush. I am brushing, we are brushing, you are brushing, they are brushing, he is brushing, she is brushing, it is brushing. Brushing. Negative. I'm not brushing, we aren't brushing, you aren't brushing, they aren't brushing, he isn't brushing, she isn't brushing, it isn't brushing. Question. Am I brushing? Are we brushing? Are you brushing? Are they brushing? Is he brushing? Is she brushing? Is it brushing? Final verb, and the verb is cut. I am cutting, we are cutting, you are cutting, they are cutting, he is cutting, she is cutting, it is cutting. I'm not cutting, we aren't cutting, you aren't cutting, they aren't cutting, he isn't cutting, she isn't cutting, it isn't cutting. Am I cutting? Are we cutting? Are you cutting? Are they cutting? Is he cutting? Is she cutting? Is it cutting? Right. Then මම හිතනවා මේ sentence structure එක හොඳටම පුළුවන් ඇති කියලා structure එක හොඳට ඔලුවට ගන්න and always remember to have this auxiliary or this helping verb am, is, are when you are using this sentence structure, because people omit it. People like just avoid having this auxiliary verb or the helping verb am, is, are when they're using this tense. They say, are you working? No, it's wrong. What people will understand, but still it's wrong, grammatically not correct. So just get used to the correct grammar sentence structure, because the whole purpose of phase 3 is to make things right. Right now you are fluent, you are very confident to talk in English. Now you need to make correct these mistakes, especially this like minor mistakes in English. Well, even though it is a minor mistake, I would consider this as a notable mistake, right? A note, connected, noticeable, very noticeable, and everyone would like notice if you make this mistake. Right, okay. So let's move on. Then onna prashne. When do you use this tense? Now you know what the tense is. Now you know what the formation is. Now you have practiced the formation. Right? මොන වෙලාවටද මේ tense එක use කරන්නේ? Right. So I told you this is the easiest tense out of all, and if you can remember when we were doing phase 2, I even asked you to learn verbs or learn words with this tense. ඒ කියන්නේ අපිට ලේසියෙන්ම අපේ වටේ වෙන දේවල් එක්ක ඉංග්‍රීසි ඉගෙන ගන්න ඕන නම් අපිට විශේෂයෙන්ම ඔය verbs එහෙම ඉගෙන ගන්න ඕනේ නම් හොඳම tense එක මේක තමයි. ඇයි දන්නවද? අපි මේ tense එකෙන් කතා කරන්නේ අපිට මේ වෙලාවේ අපේ ඉස්සරහේ මොන හරි වෙවි තියෙනවා නම් දෙයක්, කවුරු හරි කර ඉන්නවා නම් දෙයක්, ඒ මොනවාද කරන්න කියන එක ගැන. Right. So before we talk about that, the usage, I have an exercise for you. මට මේක අමතක වුණා කියන. So I have this exercise for you because I want you to practice the sentence structure. Okay, look at the screen. Let's do 1 or 2 sentences with me and then you can do it as homework. Yeah. Look at the screen. Let's give them the screen. Now you need to make present progressive sentences with this subject, the verb and the objects you have here in this exercise. Right. Look at the first one. And read the newspaper. Look at the example, what they have done. So, Anne is reading the newspaper. So, this is the present progressive tense. Anne is reading the newspaper. You can say Anne's reading the newspaper. Anne is he is he apostrophe s දැම්ම වගේ මෙතන apostrophe s දාලා contract කරලා තියෙනවා. Right. The baby cry again. Make the positive present progressive sentence. The baby. What is it? එහෙනම් අපි ඉස්සලම් බලන්න ඕනේ the baby. මේක මොකක්ද? මේක මොන pronoun එකටද the baby යන්නේ? The baby can be it. The baby can be he. The baby can be she. Right? So the baby මොකක්ද? Is the, am the, are the. The baby, very good. The baby is crying. The baby is crying again. ඔය විදියට ඔයගොල්ලන්ට මේ activity එක කරන් යන්න පුළුවන්. It snow again. Now you have to make the present progressive sentence. So now you know that you start a sentence with the subject. What is the subject? Subject can be a noun or a pronoun. So what is it? It. Very good. It is. It is snowing again. It is snowing again. You look very beautiful today. You look very beautiful today. Let's do the final one and we can end the session. You, මොකද? Youට නම් මොකක්ද දෙන්නේ? Helping verb. You are looking You are looking very beautiful. So I'll just write beautiful. You're looking beautiful. You are looking beautiful today. So you have 4, 5, 6, 7 as homework. Practice it. Practice using the helping verb and the verb ing form in the sentence is very easy. You can do it with your children as well. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good day.